Athanasius Kircher's Egyptian Chronology. Continuing along, we're going to cover the 21st, 22nd, 23rd, and 24th dynasties per his numbering. So let us begin. Dynastia Vigesimum, the 21st dynasty of Memphites, Memphitarum. Post dynastiam vigesimam, centesimo septem viginti octo annis sine regibus administratam, dynastiam vigesimam primam, Faustis auspiciis orditus est, primus rex Smendez, alias Simandius, aut Ozymandrus, aliis etiam Smerres, Iudais Sesai. Perperam igitur sentiunt ii, qui hoc nomine Sesac, falsi, Sesostris imperium in haec tempora transferunt, porro Simandii prodigiosum monumentum, innumerabiles propre auri et argenti copias, bibliothecae apparatum, aliaque huius modi, qui scire desiderat, consulat Diodorum. Simendium secutus est Pseusenses, hunc Sepherceres, quo fatis concesso Amenopis Haeres regni factus, post novem annos in locum sibi subrogavit Osocorum, et hic Spinacem. Spinacem secutus per Pseusenses, hoc fatis functo succesit Kircher, qui moriturus regni Haeredem constituit Kephrene, et hic Osocorum, qui et Hercules dictus est. Post huius mortem sacerdotes Aegyptii contra consuetudinem elegerunt in regem Asicum seu Anisin. 21st dynasty of Memphites. After the 20th dynasty, which had been administered for 178 years without kings, the 21st dynasty began under fortunate auspices, with the first king Smendez, also known as Simandius or Ozymandrus, also known as Smerres by others. But he was called Sesas by the Jews, and therefore any of those authors who, under this false name of Sesac, had transferred the empire of Sesostris forward to these later times are quite incorrect in their opinions. Furthermore, concerning the prodigious monuments of Simandius, the almost innumerable quantities of gold and silver, the equipment of his library, and other such things, whoever wishes to know should consult Diodorus. Simandius was followed by Pseusenses, and he by Sepherceres, over whom Amenopis, second or third of his name by will of fate, became heir to the kingdom. After 9 years he substituted Osocorus in his place, and he was followed by Spinas. Spinas was followed by Pseusenses. His fate having passed, Kephere succeeded, who on his death appointed Kephrenes as heir to the kingdom, and after him Osocorus, second of his name, who was also called Hercules. After his death, the Egyptian priests, contrary to custom, elected Aegyptiacus or Anisin as their king. Nunc dynastiam vigesimam duam, Saetarum. Huius dynastiae primus rex ab Eusebio constituitur Senscoris, quius pater fuit Siparis. Ferunt eum post mortem ab Aegyptiis deum vocatum, eumque Serapin appellatum. Forsan corruptam voce Siparis, quo Serapi sumptam. Secutus est Senscorin osorton, post quem vale clotis, qui cum nihil adeo laude dignum geserint, merito adoxoe cae aphemoe, apud posteros permanserunt. The first king of the 22nd dynasty of Saitans is appointed by Eusebius as being Senscorus, whose father was Serapis. They say that after his death he was named a god by the Egyptians, being called Seraphim. Perhaps this is a corruption of the word Separis, having been taken for Serapis. Senscorus was followed by Osorton, after whom the Vaculotes, who, although they did nothing so praiseworthy, deservedly remained, adoxoi kai aphemoi among their posterity. Dynastia vigesimum trium Tanitica. Primus rex huius dynastiae fuit Petubastes, melius copte Pibubatis. Ab urbe Bubastro sic dictus, quo defuncto succesit Osorton, qui et Hercules denominatus fuit. Postquem Psamos viginti annis administrator regno, aliis sceptrum tradidit, verum cum nihil laude dignum geserint, eorum apud historicos memoria reticetur. The 23rd Tanitic dynasty. The first king of this dynasty was Petubastes, better known in the Coptic as Bubastro, so being named from the city of Bubastro. After his death he was succeeded by Osorton, who was also called Hercules, after whom Psamos, having administered the kingdom for another 20 years, handed over the scepter to others. But since none of them did anything worthy of praise, their memory is kept quite secret by the historians. Dynastia vigesimum quartum. Legalis. Bocchorus Melius Bucoros, cuius dynastiae regum egit, unis e legislatoribus Aegyptiorum, de successoribus nihil apud autores invenio. The 24th dynasty of the legislature. Bocchorus, better said Bucorus, was the king of this dynasty, one of the legislators of the Egyptians. About him I find nothing among the authors or his successors.